Boom, what's good? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Fares Muthana, and welcome to another great edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. This week we are talking Week 11 in the NFL season. We talked about the Giants game during our post-game streams, so make sure to always show up for the post-game streams when we do them. The Cowboys were on a bye week, so there's nothing really much to talk about there. But good news to the Cowboys, they won the bye week because nothing catastrophic happened to the Dallas Cowboys in this bye week. Unlike some people going
No,
on
we
and
got we actually got healthy.
yes, you
We
got
got
healthy.
players back.
Yes. Unlike other teams where they go on an ATV vacation in Cancun and break their hand, and then you know their name is Xavier McKinney. But I digress. He's no longer a Giant. He's a Packer.
Well, you wish he was.
Oh yes, I damn right I do. Yes, I do. But then I also wish we had Wink Martindale because that defense under Wink Martindale was pretty damn good. Love Wink, hate Wink. He's love his system,
Was
hate
it?
his system. I liked Wink Martindale.
I mean, you guys barely won any games.
Yeah, I know, but the defense was pretty good. It was the offense's fault.
Well, barely wasn't that good.
All right, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty good.
You
But the offense
games.
the offense doesn't help. The offense didn't help. If Wink Martindale had this offense, I think they win more games. But the first year they made the playoffs.
That was a fluke.
It is what it is. They made the playoffs still. And then the next year they had a great final stretch when they had, I think, over 30 turnovers. Yeah, well, it is what it is. We still lost a lot of games, but we unfortunately we beat the teams we shouldn't have beaten because, it is what it is. But let's move it on. Caleb, Dallas Cowboys. You traded for Quentin Williams. You traded for Logan Wilson. They have had 2 weeks under the Cowboys banner. How you feeling? Any news and notes that come out of Cowboys camp that's scaring you, not scaring you? You're happy? What are we doing?
We have more additions than just those.
Mm-hmm.
We have finally active for the first time all season, making their season debuts are both DeMarvion Overshown, much needed linebacker, great second year from last year. Hopefully, returns right back and gets right back to what he was. And this linebacking core sorely needs it because it's so bad, probably
Mm-hmm.
worse in the NFL. So we get him, we get Logan Wilson, and we also get the debut of Siobhan Revel, our rookie second or third round pick, one of those, who could have gone much higher, but he obviously had the injury and's been injured all season, but he's now active. Now gets in that secondary. Now that we have Trayvon Diggs on IR and a bunch of other messy stuff in the cornerbacks. We got those two guys plus the Quentin Williams, Logan Wilson. So I'm a little optimistic. Well, at least for this game. I mean, we are playing the Raiders, so I have reason to have optimism. At least I'm just taking it week by week. I mean, we lost a lot of games, so I'm going to take it week by week. And for this week, playing the Raiders, having those additions on defense, that should improve the defense at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we're playing not really a good offense. They haven't really been able to get Ashton Genty going. He has a pretty terrible average. Geno Smith, he's been pretty bad. Back to his old Geno Smith ways. And yeah, I mean their offense. They really haven't got Brock Bowers. I mean he's been hurt a few games. He's not had the season that he had last year. Just nothing's gone right for them on offense. I mean, they scored like a touchdown last game. So with this improved defense, again, I don't know how much they're improved, but they should be improved somewhat. I
Yeah.
think there's reason to be optimistic.
What's up, Leo? What's up, Brandon? Hope you guys are having a great day. Logan Wilson was benched on probably a worse defense than yours. So, was he benched because of ability? Was he benched because they wanted to be younger? I guess because they started 2 rookies over him. So I don't know how much he's gonna help. You know,
A lot. I mean, this linebacking core is terrible. Well, it was terrible. Now it's a lot better.
well, man, look, he's coming from Cincinnati. That defense. Let's not act like that defense were better than you. I think the only defense is either just as bad as yours or worse than you is Cincinnati's, and he didn't even play for that.
Yeah, but they wanted to play the younger guy.
I guess fine, but yeah. But he was. Let's just say, but why? Because he was cheaper. He was better.
Probably. They
I don't
probably
know.
weren't going to sign Logan Wilson.
But wouldn't you?
They
Wouldn't you?
probably get rid of him anyways, and so
But
they
wouldn't
just
you
play the
play
young guy.
him? But wouldn't you play him to maximize his value?
Why not play the younger guy so you can start on his progress?
But you play him early on in the season, then you trade him, and then you start playing the younger guys.
Or you just play the younger guys.
You could have probably gotten more than a 7th-round pick for him if you played him and maximized his ability.
Maybe I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if it's.
I'm just saying. I wouldn't.
You're already bad on defense.
I wouldn't be happy. Be like, oh, Logan Wilson's here. Like, I wouldn't say that.
Yes, I would say that compared to what we have on linebackers. Yeah, I mean, if any other team, I'd be right there with you. But this is the Dallas Cowboys linebacking core that we've had in the 2025 season, and
They're bad.
God damn awful, terrible, awful,
They're pretty
awful
bad. Horrible.
linebacker play. So yes, I will be like, yes, we have someone who actually can play linebacker.
We'll see. We'll see.
And he's going to have a lot of help because, like you said, we have Quentin Williams up in the middle who's going to take up a lot of those blocks and who's going to let the linebackers roam free and be able to fill those gaps. So he's going to have help.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know, they plug it up, free up some tackles, free up some space. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I mean, you have both Quentin Williams, you have Kenny Clark. The pass rush actually has gotten better. We had 5 sacks against the Cardinals. So our pass rush is better. Our interior line is better. The linebackers should play better.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But some linebackers, they don't know how to flow right. You know what I mean? Where like they plug up the tackles, but their angles and their flow isn't right when they're flowing to the tackle, left, right. You know what I mean? We'll see if they evade, because when you pick up a tackle, linebacker still needs to play off the hip of the defensive tackle. You don't want to, you don't want to, flow into traffic. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But Quentin Williams, I'm excited for Quentin Williams. I'm excited for him. Yeah. Well, I don't know why. I guess Siobhan Revel. I'm not a big fan of drafting injured players. I've never been a fan of those because you're already behind because you're already hurt. You know what I mean? So we'll see if he's good or not. Because injured players, especially knee injuries. Was it a knee or is it Achilles?
I think a knee.
I think it was knee. Yeah, man. Those, they gotta rev back up, and I don't really see what's going on with the Cowboys. The Cowboys were actually boring for 2 weeks. Like nothing crazy happened, which is a dub compared to the owner
Nothing
you guys
crazy.
have.
I mean, we made a huge trade. How is that nothing crazy?
No, I'm talking about, during your bye week and this week, nothing. We talked about that already. That was 3 weeks ago. That already happened.
That was during the bye week.
No, you guys played.
No, we made the trade during the bye week.
Wait, it was week 8 your bye week?
No, it was last week.
No, the trade was 2 weeks ago, right?
No, the trade was last week.
No, because you guys played the Cardinals. The trade was already happening.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, damn, I'm messing up my time.
We made the trade after the Cardinals game.
Oh, you did, because he said we have a trade ready on the Monday night broadcast. That's true. Yes, you did. Oh, and then after the Monday night game, the bye week.
The Monday night game was the bye week.
Was after the bye week. Yeah, you're right.
No,
okay,
it was before the bye week. It was the same week. The bye week was the same week as the Monday night.
No. You played the Monday night game, then the bye week happened.
Yeah, it's literally all in the same 7 days.
No.
Yes, it was the same 7 days.
Yes. Monday night game happened, and then you didn't play. Yeah. There, I got you. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Then the bye week hit. Got it. Sorry. I got my times. I got my
Yeah, that
times
all
mixed up.
happened last week.
Yes, all happened last week after the Cardinals game. Yes, yes. It all happened. Literally happened the day after the Cardinals game. It literally happened right after the Cardinals game. That's true. So there's that. But could the trade have been the Logan Wilson trade? Is that the trade he was talking about on Monday
Probably
night?
he probably was trying. I mean, that one's the one that came after he said that.
Yeah. And then Quentin Williams came a little bit after. But yeah, isn't you know, your Cowboys 1 week they may drop 40 or they may
Well, I
lose
don't
to
know. I
Arizona.
don't know about that anymore because
Not
our offense
anymore?
doesn't look great.
Well, people have tape on you now.
Um, yeah, that's true.
It's been half a year. People have tape,
And
and
I think as a lot of it, the offensive line hasn't played that great in the last
Mhm.
2 weeks. It look maybe they haven't even played that well all through the season. I mean, it's been a lot of Dak avoiding rushes and making passes quick and really making the offensive line look better than it should have been looking. I think he was a lot of covering up for a lot of their play, and I think it's now showing he's not playing as well as he did in the past. So now the offensive line looks maybe like it has been all season.
yeah. So the Tylers, I'm not saying they're all bad, but like one's a rookie, one's Tyler Guyton, and then there's Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe.
Well, I don't even think it's any of them. Well, it is Tyler Guyton,
Yeah,
but it's Terrence Steele. A lot of it's come from
yeah.
Terrence Steele's side.
You need to draft
Um,
another Tyler, man.
yeah, I mean, we need
Yeah.
we need. I don't know. Maybe we should try Nate Thomas. I mean, he actually looked pretty good when he was playing, and for Guyton there, maybe throw him out to the right side, or put him on the left side and throw Guyton on the right side. But
Hmm.
Terrence Steele is not working out for us too well, and he's been a problem, and yeah, that's why it hasn't looked so good on offense the last couple of weeks because Dyke's been pressured a lot, and he doesn't seem to be finding his guys, and it's been stalling our drives, and they have been causing a lot of penalties. A lot of penalties have been sending the drives back, and we're not able to overcome like we did in the previous games.
Hmm. And well, he's getting older. He was
Yeah.
definitely the weak link coming into the season, like we said. The weak link was going to be either him or Guyton. Guyton was really the weak link because he was young and raw. Steele is, you know,
He's not that old. I mean, I think he's like 28.
Terrence Steele is 28.
Yeah.
Why did he look 33? Why did he look 33, dog? That dude look old.
I mean, he's not that good.
No, that's why. You miss Doug Free? You miss Doug Free, don't you?
I mean, Terrence Steele is Doug Free.
But wasn't Doug Free good for you? Then he signed with the Broncos and was good for
Terrence
them.
Steele was good for he was decent, and Doug Free always got criticized. Cowboys fan hated Doug Free because he was always the weak link on the, but he was better than the fans said, but he still wasn't that great.
Yeah, it's because you're comparing him to Terrence Frederick, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith. So everyone's like, he stinks. It was like, no, he doesn't. He's just not those three. Who was your left guard?
What's his name? It was Ronald Leary.
Ronald Leary. Yeah, I remember Ronald. He was pretty good too. No, Ronald was the one who went to Denver.
Yeah,
Ronald's the one who went to Denver. Doug Free didn't go to Denver.
and then Lyle Collins replaced him.
Yeah, Lyle Collins replaced him. And then he also then replaced Doug Free when you guys needed a right tackle, but he was a better guard, Lyle Collins. So yeah. Any other things for the Cowboys, Caleb?
No, I'm like I said, I'm just taking it week by week. I mean, that's all I could do right now because like I said, we just lost too many games to really have optimism.
Mm-hmm.
To project out, basically need to win every game. At worst, 9 games is possible to get in the playoffs. I mean, but a lot of the other teams would need to
You
lose
need a
some
lot of
games
help.
here.
You need a lot of help.
But yeah, I mean, we can if you want to bring up the schedule is up there.
Oh yeah, the schedule. Let's do it. I got it. I got it right here. That Cowboys game.
Just see if maybe
We
either way
are on right here.
the
November
Raiders.
17th, Raiders. So
We need to go.
undefeated.
Well, yeah, we need to go undefeated. But like I said, bare minimum 9 games, bare minimum. That not saying that would even get us into the playoffs, but that would probably be the minimum that we would need to do that. And to do that, we would have to at least go 2-1 in that 3 games with the
So you're
Chiefs.
3-5-1. You're 3-5-1.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at you're gonna win
Get
Monday.
this one, yeah.
You think? Well,
sure.
yeah,
I'm
maybe.
not guaranteeing it. But
it's not a guarantee
it's
because
likely we'll win.
Yeah, their defense played pretty well on Thursday night, but
yeah, I'm not guaranteeing it. I could definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. But
you're talking about what?
But it'd be likely.
This has got to be Central Time because that's a 7:40, 7:15. So that's probably Central Time. This is Dallas time. Shout out to SeatGeek. So I'll give you a win on Monday night. I'll give it to you. You may beat them, because their offense stinks. They only scored 7 points on Thursday night. So you may beat them 17-10 or 12-8 or whatever, like some ugly, right? So you get a win there. I don't know. Do you win these next 2 games?
I think we can beat the Eagles. We played well against them in the first game.
Because divisional round.
Our defense should be better than it was back then. If our offense like I said, if the offense gets back to what they were, then I think we can beat them.
And it's at home?
Yes, it's at home.
It's probably America's game of the week.
Chiefs
no.
on Thanksgiving.
No.
It's on Thanksgiving. We have an advantage. It's on Thursday. Home team always has advantage on Thursday.
That's true.
I don't think I think we have a better chance than most people would give us.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think you win.
Lions, I think we have 0 chance.
No, they're gonna definitely beat you.
By the Lions. I think we
I
think yeah.
So right now you're 2-2?
Yeah, 2-2 right now.
At worst, you're 1-3.
And at best, I think we can be 3-1.
At best, you're 2-2.
At best, 3-1. Because I think we could beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't that great right now.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But I feel like they show up. It's Thursday night. Lights are bright. I think the Chiefs are going to show up.
It's not Thursday night. It's Thursday during the day.
It's okay. Thanksgiving. Lights are bright. I think they.
No, because they lost on Christmas Day to the Raiders.
Yeah, but who cares about Christmas Day?
It's the same as Thanksgiving.
No, it's not.
Why is it not?
Because the NFL is trying to make Christmas Day a thing, but it's not a thing. Thanksgiving is the day. They've tried to make Christmas thing the last 2 years. But prior to that, Caleb, was Christmas Day like a big thing?
Yeah.
No, it was. No, stop, bro. Growing up, and it was never a thing, bro.
It
was never a thing. Growing up, NFL games that were not on Christmas Day.
We're not. We're now. We're here right now, and it was a big thing.
So for the last 2 years, you think it was a thing? Fine. If you wanna,
absolutely, it was a thing. I watched football all day.
Well then, why would you do that? 'Cause those games sucked. The Ravens blew out the Houston 40-0.
It's still football.
It was very bad football. Nah, I'm not wasting my Christmas Day watching that garbage. Thanksgiving. I'll waste my time doing that because, it's Thanksgiving. It's football day.
You waste your time on the Lions the last 20 years?
Yes, because they created Thanksgiving football.
So who cares? They were awful. That was terrible. Well, I thought you just said you didn't want to watch terrible football.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Lions.
Oh, you didn't watch the
Lions.
You didn't watch the Lions.
No, but here's the thing, too.
So but
here's the thing. With the Lions, they always took that game very seriously. It was always a good game for them.
And they always lost.
Yeah, but it was always a good game.
No, it wasn't. They got smashed by the Patriots,
some
years, the Packers.
Some years it was great. Some years they were great.
They got smashed all the time.
You know what? It's called tradition. Watching the Lions get smacked on Thanksgiving is a tradition.
Well, it's a new tradition. We watch Christmas, and it's not very good.
You know what? That's a horrible tradition.
It was a horrible tradition watching the Lions.
Well, the Lions created it, and we're great at it.
Crap.
We're talking about traditions. When it was first created, the Lions were like the best team in the NFL. All right. Okay, so you're probably 2-2.
I give it 3-1.
All right, being optimist. All right, so Minnesota, Chargers, Washington. I think you can win. Well, I don't think you win Minnesota because I think Minnesota's
I think
defense.
we beat the Minnesota Vikings,
Yeah, but that defense is pretty damn good.
but their
It's one of
offense
the
is pretty damn bad.
That's also true. Well, it's average.
It's not even average. Even McCarthy sucks.
Well, he's only started 4 games in his NFL career.
And like two, 3 of them, he's been terrible.
2, 3 of them, he's beaten. He came back against Chicago, then he beat the Lions. He beat the Lions.
Yeah,
Caleb.
against Chicago, he was terrible for 3 quarters.
Yeah, then you know what? Just need a little McCarthy magic. But he beat the Lions, a team that's gonna beat you. And your defense, yeah, exactly. He beat the Lions. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
Yeah. So I'm saying is plus is also Sunday night. It's a Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
So prime time is on.
Yeah, and what does that mean? That would advantage us because with a rookie, well, he's not a rookie, but he's first
rookie.
year starter.
He's a rookie-ish. I'll give you this win. I'll give you this. But if they beat you, I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, I'm not surprised that any of these teams are going to beat us.
Yeah.
We're not a good team.
Well, the last 2, I would definitely be shocked if they beat you.
Oh, okay, maybe that. Yeah, you're right.
The last 2, absolutely. Because Jaden Daniels is done for the year. He broke his arm. So you're gonna beat Washington.
Yeah, I say we can safely say we're beating Washington and the Giants.
Yeah, it's definitely happening.
We got 2 wins, 3 wins. I think 3 again. Not guaranteed.
So
3 likely wins.
Me, I'm disagreeing with that 3-1 stuff you're saying. I think you're 2-2 these next 4 games. So you're 2-2. That makes you, in my mind, you're 5-7-1. Then going to the last 4 games, definite 2 victories against us. So that makes you 7-7-1.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you have to beat the Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. You have to be 9-7-1. You have to. But I don't think that's possible because I think it's possible, but it's also not possible. That's the thing, right?
I think more likely we're 500. I think
8-1?
8-1.
No, 8-7-1.
8-1.
No.
Yes.
No, Caleb. You have the tie. So you wouldn't have.
You play 17 games.
Yeah, the tie.
Yeah, 8 is 16.
Oh yeah.
1
plus the 1. Yes.
8-1.
Yes, 8-1, and then it'll be 9-7-1. Yes, I'm not bad. Yeah, I think you. 8-1. I think you do go there.
That's the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
But I think it is possible to go 9-7-1.
Yeah, because that means you go 3 but now let's go you go 3-1 like you said, right? So you're 3-1 of these first 4 games. You're 3-5-1 right now. So that makes you 6-6-1 to these first 4 games.
And we get the 2 wins.
And then you get the 2 wins against us, which makes it 8-6-1.
Yeah, and then we just have to win one of those games.
Yes. If you win one of those games, you're 9-7-1, or you're 10-7-1.
Yeah, that's very highly unlikely.
Yeah, that's highly unlikely because Minnesota.
And like I said, even at 9-7-1, it's probably unlikely that we
make the playoffs.
Even make the playoffs with that, but it's possible.
You need 10 wins to guarantee. I think you need 10 wins.
10 wins probably guarantees us. But even that, I mean, there's a lot of good NFC teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 probably guarantees, but that's just a miracle.
Or Caleb, or in the first 4 games, you like we said, you say best case scenario, you're 3-1, you're 3-1. Sorry, you're 3-1, or you're 2-2. But let's say worst case scenario, you lose to the Eagles, Chiefs, and Lions. So you're 1-3. So that would make you 4-8-1. And you're definitely out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
You're definitely out of the playoffs. So this right here, these games, I'm pointing out the Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions. You have to go.
And that's why I'm only taking it week by week.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Because if you lose those 3 games, just pack it up. Pack it up. Just pack it up, man. Pack it up. Now let's look at the New York Giants schedule.
You didn't say score.
Oh, score for you guys? Oh, the Raiders? I think you score more than 10 points because I don't know what the hell's going on with Denver's offense. I think you beat them 24-10. No, really? No.
Really? Damn,
24-17.
you really think a lot of Quinn Williams and Logan Wilson.
Yes. I don't know why I did it. 24-7, 24-17. Because I don't trust their offense. Their offense.
Yeah, but our defense is bad.
Your defense is bad, and you didn't. You know what? That's true. And if you need someone to get a get right game, you against the Cowboys. Because
it's better.
Russell Wilson.
I just don't know how much better.
Russell looked back.
Yeah, but
your dad is going 28-10.
We're better.
Cowboys.
We're better than we were then. I just don't know how much better.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe
you have Quentin Williams. You got Logan Wilson. Siobhan Ravel is coming. What the hell is Matt Eberflus doing with man corners playing zone? I don't know. So we'll see.
I'm gonna go 27-20.
27-20. I think their defense is a little bit better than we think it is, and like we said, Terrence Steele. I think Max Crosby abuses him, and Dak Prescott's running for his life. I'm going 24-17 because your defense isn't. I still don't trust your defense.
Yeah, do I? That's why I said 20 points.
Yeah, I think 24-17 is the score. All right, now let's move on to the other sad men in blue. The New York Giants. Big news coming this week. They fired their head coach. Brian Daboll has been fired. He's no longer the head coach of the New York Giants. Mike Kafka is the interim coach, who was our offensive coordinator. People were calling for his head after the Chicago game because in the Chicago game, Jaxson Dart got a concussion. They're blaming Brian Daboll for not protecting him, which I think that one's a little egregious, right? Because you can't, you can do as much as you can protecting a player. The player got to protect himself, right? I get it. I think the biggest problem was them not, whoever it was. I'm not putting this on Brian Daboll, right? Because it's his job, but it's also not his job because there's literally someone whose job it is. It's called the independent neurologist. He's an independent spotter, an independent neurologist. That's their job. Their job is to spot these, and they didn't do their job. Then Brian Daboll saw it late and then pulled Jaxson Dart out of the game. He saw it late, but then he quickly flubbed up his words in the press conference where he's like, "Oh, he looked a little woozy, but it was all good." But then I decided no, take him out. He kind of buried himself a little, but the person whose job was to point out Jaxson Dart didn't do their job. The independent spotter and neurologist didn't do their jobs. So I think it's more on them than Brian Daboll. Because at the end of the day, right, Caleb, his 2 rushing touchdowns he had in the Chicago game, no one touched him. He was untouched. People talk about the accumulation of hits. Absolutely. I get it. But on the hit that got him knocked out, he got hit on a run. But I also think he also needs to use his brain, right? When you're running on first down as a QB run and a defender's near you, anytime, anywhere, you slide. You slide. First down, second down, you slide all the time. If it's 3rd and 1 and you need to get that first down, I'll accept you, pushing forward for a first down and taking a hit, maybe, because you're getting a first down. I'll accept it. I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'll accept it. But on first and second down, the QB needs to have the onus on himself to, I'm running. Oh, it's first down. Because he already got the first down, Caleb. If you watch the play where he got knocked out, he got the first down. If he slides, he's good. But he doesn't. He stands up. How is that Brian Daboll's fault? I can't jump on the field and stop him.
Well, it's his fault for calling the play.
Well, I get it. But you get the first down, you slide. Because if you watch the play, he wasn't touched until after the first down. Then that's when he gets hit. You get the first down, you slide. Like Dak Prescott. Like Dak Prescott, I've seen him take the ball, get the first down. He gets a couple more yards, but when he sees a defender, slides. So are you going to blame Mike McCarthy or Brian Schottenheimer for being like, why'd you call a QB run? But he, you know what I mean?
I mean, he doesn't call him that often.
Not anymore, but he did back in the day.
And not as much as what Jaxson Dart was.
Yeah, I understand. I
I
understand.
mean, that's the point. That's the point.
That's why he was
Was literally
fired. No, that's why he
calling
was
a ton
fired.
of them. If you
That's
call
why he
one
was
or
fired.
two, yeah, okay, you're just that's when you're just using his talents.
Mm-hmm.
You call 5, 6, well, now you're just being you're just being reckless.
Yeah, 7 touchdowns rushing, 6 were via design runs. Most of them were in the red zone. The one scramble was the scramble against the Eagles where he shakes Zach Bond and he shook him out of his boots. But yes, I understand. That's why he was fired. That same thing was exactly why he was fired. They didn't protect Jaxson. But also too is you didn't yell at him in practice. Slide.
And it's also because you don't call that many plays because sometimes he's going to scramble. So it's those 5, 6 run plays
Plus the
plus
scrambles.
the scrambles.
Yes.
That's why
It's
don't
accumulation. Exactly. So I understand. That's why he was fired. So Mike Kafka is now the head coach. My biggest issue with the firing is him and that GM need to both go. The GM needs to go as well.
Yes.
So I don't know what the GM did. I don't know what ear he talked to. He kept his job. He slithered his way out. He needs to be gone too. But then I also saw a report where he may not be as safe as people think he is. He has the end of the season to convince them that Brian Daboll was the problem. Right?
What GMing thing can he do to say
That's what I'm saying, right? That's why I don't understand.
Most of their work is done in the off season, and it wasn't a very good job.
That's what I'm saying. So here was the BS report. No, not the statement that they
the trade deadline is already over.
Yes,
he didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
So what could he do from here to the end of the season?
Because if you knew you were going to keep him, you would have let him trade for somebody, right? Like you would have let them trade for somebody, wouldn't you? So I don't know why you didn't let him work.
I know there's literally nothing he can do.
There's literally nothing he can do. Absolutely. I want to see this damn statement they had. Where's the damn statement? Here it is. Brian Daboll announced today that the New York Giants announced that today Brian Daboll has been relieved of his duties. Mike Kafka will be the interim coach. We spoke this morning in the direction of the franchise on our field. We have decided that at this time it is in our best interest to make a change at the head coaching position. President John Mara and Chairman Steve Tisch said in a joint statement. With the past few years, we have been nothing short of disappointing, and we have not met our expectations of this franchise. We understand the frustration of our fans, and we will work to deliver a significant improved product. We appreciate Daboll for his contributions in our organization. We wish the Daboll family best in the future. The biggest thing that came out of it, I think one of the beat reporters said was Joe Schoen built a young nucleus of talent and that they were misused by the coaching staff is the way they tried to spin it. Right? So it was like, so Shane probably convinced the ownership that, oh no, I've drafted the players. He's not using them correctly. I drafted the number 1 safety in the draft. I drafted a corner in the 5th round that's now a good corner that's starting for us. I drafted Micah McFadden. I found Micah McFadden in the 5th round. I traded for Brian Burns. Tibbs, I got Tibbs. I signed Dexter Lawrence to a contract that's team friendly and it's really cheaper than most defensive tackle deals. I fixed my Evan Neal problem by signing Jermaine Illuminor. I messed up with Evan Neal, but then I signed Jermaine Illuminor because GMs can't hit 100% in the draft. He's had massive misses. Massive. Evan Neal, Jalen Hyatt. Now Tate Banks is a massive miss. So that's 3 massive misses. 2 first-round picks and a 3rd-round pick you traded up for. 3 misses. Okay, you have 3 misses. GMs don't hit all the time. So it's about fixing your mistake. He drafted Evan Neal. He didn't work out. You signed Jermaine Illuminor to fix the right tackle spot. So he's probably like, oh, I fixed it by getting Jermaine. I signed John Runyon. I re-signed Greg Van Roten. I fired Bobby Johnson and we fired him and we got Cameron Brasillo. He's a little bit better. So I've done my GM job. Brian Daboll hasn't, fused them correctly. Funny enough, the QB that he made
Did he do his GM job though?
We're about to see. This is why I don't think.
I mean, Abdul Carter has half a sack.
Again, that's right there, Caleb. He then tells the management, "Oh, I drafted the best edge player in the draft, and they're misusing him. What do you want me to do?"
Maybe he's not good.
Maybe
you miss about. I mean, what? How do we know?
He doesn't play. We don't know if he's good if he doesn't play. So Joe Schoen is probably in those meetings with the owners saying, "I've drafted the players."
But did you draft the right players? That's the point. Did you draft the right ones?
But that's the thing, right? If the team still stinks, I think Joe Schoen's still gone. Because that's what I'm saying, right? I don't think he's as safe as people think he is, right? Because he can tell John Mara and Steve Tisch, "I've drafted the players. The coaches are misusing them." Right? Stuff that we talk about with our Ravens fans all the time, especially Jose, where he stinks to Eric DeCosta, where he's like, if you're drafting players and John Harbaugh's not using them right, tell the owner, this coach isn't using my players right. So that's probably what Joe Schoen did to distance himself from Brian Daboll. I've drafted the players. They're not using them right. And that saves his job right now, but I don't think it saves his job in the future. Because if they still stink, you got to fire him. Because what young nucleus are you talking about?
That's why I said last week. That's literally what I brought up last week of like going forward of the rest of the season. I mean, where's the young guys that are supposed to be coming back?
That's what I'm saying. All our main guys are close to 30 than young, right? Brian Burns is 27. Tibbs is 24. Dex is 28.
Yeah.
Bobby Okereke is 30. Cordell Flott is the youngest at 22.
I mean, you should get rid of your whole secondary.
Except Cordell. You can get rid of everybody else but him. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
he's pretty good. Well, it doesn't help when your safety stink and the scheme stinks. He's a good. I like him. We keep him. At worst, he's a cornerback too. And then because he's a cornerback too. Because again, right there, we had bad safety play. I signed Javon Holland. Oh, you said our corners stink. I signed Paulson Adebo. They're not using them correctly. Paulson Adebo, why isn't he doing man-to-man bump and run? That's what he did in New Orleans. Why is he playing 10 yards off the field? 10 yards off. That's not what these corners are like. They're misusing the players I'm signing. And that's probably what got Joe Schoen saved, where he basically blamed the coaching staff. They're misusing the players I've gotten. These are good players, and they're misusing them.
Well, that saves guys that fit their schemes.
Exactly. Why didn't you sign players that fit their scheme? I think the problem is your your defensive coordinator stinks. Your defensive coordinator stinks. You have corners who are bump man-to-man corners. You're signing players for Wink Martindale's scheme, and Wink is not even here. You're still signing players for Wink Martindale's scheme. And it didn't work. And it's not working because Wink Martindale's not here. What happened to the defense that happened Thursday night against Philadelphia? Where was that defense? I understand.
I think that might have been more had to do with the Philadelphia's offense and how we've seen them play.
But Jalen Hurts had literally days behind there to find an open man, and he still couldn't find an open man. So the back end played a little bit better. What happened to that? Why did they fully collapse more? Why did they take that game and gain momentum? First 3 quarters of Denver, the defense was on fire. And then Paulson Adebo and Javon Holland got hurt. So that's how Joe Schoen saved his job. You know what I mean? So I think that's what Joe Shane did. He basically said, I've gotten the players. They're not using them right. That's what saved his job. But I don't think he stays there. If the team still stinks, then it's a player's issue and a team issue and a talent issue. You need to go. Because you've already fired the guy you blamed. But the thing is, you didn't fire the defensive coordinator. Why didn't you fire the defensive coordinator? Is it because you don't have anyone else who could replace him? Or is it that he was never really the problem and the head coach was? That's the biggest key of this week, right? And then, this week we're against the Packers. On their staff is their defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley. He's one of the guys New York Giants fans want. Him and Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator in Seattle. Look what Seattle's doing, man, on offense. Look what they're doing on offense, man. So it's those two names. Jeff Hafley, also former head coach at Boston College. He's from New Jersey. He has New Jersey connections. I don't know why every time that a Giants opening, the Giants have an opening, it's always like, oh, that guy's also from New Jersey. I don't care. I don't care. Tom Coughlin wasn't from New Jersey. Look what Tom Coughlin is probably the second greatest coach of all time in our franchise. Wait, hold up, Tom. Let me check if he's from New Jersey.
I mean, head coach.
Who?
Yeah, head coach. Yeah, he's a second greatest head coach.
Who?
Tom Coughlin.
What do you mean? Second behind Bill Parcells.
I mean, could you say he's first, maybe?
I know Bill's pretty good. He's from Waterloo. New York. Oh, he's from the Syracuse area.
That's true. I mean, yeah, it's crazy that they both had really good defensive coordinators.
Tom Coughlin? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had Spags.
He did have Spags, but not the second time. Second Super Bowl, he didn't have Spags. Second Super Bowl, he had Perry Fuel. Do you remember Perry Fuel?
No, I don't at all.
Exactly. There it is. That's the point. He had Spags for the first one. Fun enough, too. Bill didn't just have a great defensive coordinator. He also had Tom Coughlin. Bill and Tom were on that staff. Tom was on the offense, I think. Let me double check with Tom. Come on, Tom. Where are you at, Tom? Tom. He was the wide receivers coach. He was their wide receivers coach. And then he coached Boston College.
I mean, did the Giants win in like the early days?
What do you mean?
Did they win championships?
You mean with Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, any like
yes,
back in the olden times.
Yes, we have a couple of NFL championships. Yes, the problem is we also ran to this dude in Baltimore named Johnny Unitas. He beat us a lot. So I'm not a big fan of Johnny Unitas as well. Yeah, so we have 4 NFL championships.
Who was that coach?
So
was it like all the same coach?
No, we won one in 27, 34, 38, and 56. I think 56 is the one with
20s and 30s. I mean, those really don't count.
56.
I mean, 56 kind of counts. It's a little more.
Yeah, 56. I guess Frank Gifford was on our team.
Yeah.
Rosie Greer. Yeah, Rosie Greer. Who's our coaches? I don't even know who our coaches were. I
don't even know Giants history.
Come. Do you know? Who was the head coach when Don Meredith was the QB?
Tom Landry.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Tom Landry was the first head coach
in Dallas Cowboy history in 1960.
Yes.
So Tom Landry was our defensive coordinator from 54 to 59. So there's that. He played for us too. He was an assistant. Yep, in 56. He was our defensive coordinator in 56. I knew it. That was also the Vince Lombardi year. I have a book about them. About them. Hold on, let me see it. Yeah, he was the New York Giants coordinator from 54 to 58. I knew it, man. I fucking knew it, man. I knew it. So yeah, him and Tom Landry. Funny enough, how the New York Giants had Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi on their staff, And neither one of them became our head coach.
Nope.
Neither one of them became our head coach. So I say that all to say, Dallas, you're welcome. You're welcome, Dallas.
What about the Packers?
And the Packers. You're both welcome. You're both welcome. So you're welcome. God, I knew 56. Yeah, 56, man, he was our offensive coordinator. And yeah. Oh, man, he was the head coach of the Redskins? That's gross. That's gross. Did you know that about Vince Lombardi?
No.
That's gross. At least Tom Landry went out like a man. Fired by an upstart oil baron. You know what I mean? Going to coach the Commanders. What's wrong with you, Vince? That's gross. Yeah, we have 4 NFL championships. 2 of them in the 30s, and 1 of them in the 20s, and the famous one in 56 with the Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi.
It's a famous one. You didn't even know anything about it.
I knew about it.
What did you know about it?
Yeah.
You don't even know who's on the team or who the coach was.
Okay. Name the entire starting lineup for the Dallas Cowboys first Super Bowl.
I can't name the entire.
All right, then shut your mouth.
I'd name some.
Shut
players.
your mouth.
Can
Yeah,
you
of course.
Any players? Can you name any players?
I literally just named Frank Gifford and Rosie Greer. I literally just said it.
Because you looked it up.
Okay, name them. Roger Staubach, Bullet Bob Hayes, Bob Lilly.
Oh, that's true. I mean, those are all Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Those are the only ones you can name. Drew Pearson.
No, Renfro.
Mel Renfro.
Yeah.
Drew Pearson.
Yeah.
God, man,
exactly.
dude, look.
And Drew Pearson wasn't on the first Super Bowl team.
Dude, man, like, look how bad our franchises are that we're talking about. We're talking about titles in the 50s and the 70s, man.
Well, you're talking about that.
Yeah, but our teams still stink. Your first Super Bowl was in 71.
Yeah. Drew Pearson wasn't on that team, so you were wrong about that.
I know I was making a joke, dumbass.
No, yeah, it wasn't very funny because you sound like an idiot.
Well, you know who else is an idiot?
Who's that?
Face. Dan Reeves and Calvin Hill.
How do you know more about the Cowboys 70s teams than you know about anything about the Giants?
Because of you. I got to know your team so I can make fun of it.
But you don't even know your own team.
I do know my team.
You literally couldn't name a damn player that played on that 56 championship team.
That's a good point. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Other big news that came out this week. Jaxson Dart is not going to be playing.
Oh, yeah. That's the biggest news.
That's the biggest news.
We get to see famous Jameis.
We get to see Jameis. We get to see Jameis. Jameis Winston will be playing. So all I'll say is this is I'm scared and excited at the same time. Because here's the thing what happens with Jameis Winston, right? Jameis Winston either is going to have 3 touchdowns and we beat the Packers. Funny enough, he's undefeated against the Packers, I think. Someone told me. He's actually thrown no picks against the Packers. He has a QB rating of 126.7 against the Packers. And the Packers seem to always lose a game that they shouldn't lose. And it's usually against the Giants. Like, they should have beaten us with Tommy DeVito. Like, they should have. But they didn't. And this is Jameis Winston. He's not good.
How far back does that go? Does that go just like those last 2 years, or does it go back farther?
Eli Manning went to their house in a playoff game and beat them 34-17.
That's kind of true, yeah.
It was remember the year they went 15-1? Remember that year where they were undefeated, then they lost to Kansas City, and we beat them at home. 2011, yeah. So we beat Atlanta at home. We beat them. I think
the Packers a lot. So is that like a Cowboys Cardinals thing?
We beat them at home again in 2007 in like that frozen game where Tom Coughlin basically they froze his face because he didn't think it would be that cold, so he had no face covering, and it froze.
Just beat the Packers a lot.
We have beaten the Packers a lot. It's not like, but then then there's the boat game where
against the Packers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we were at the Packers. So they got the revenge for 2011. But it's not like, we beat them. Like, we beat the Packers.
But you know who you don't beat?
Everyone else in the NFC East.
You don't beat Michael Parsons because
Yeah, we don't.
yeah.
But the thing is, Evan Neal isn't playing
He has
anymore.
hell of a games against the Giants.
Yeah, well,
lots of sacks.
Well, Evan Neal isn't there anymore. Okay.
Well,
we'll see.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, we're going to see him run away from Andrew Thomas again. Look, we watch the game. Watch the game.
I'll watch the game.
Watch the game.
I'll watch the game.
I'm gonna watch the game as well. Watch him run away. Watch him run away.
Okay.
Watch him run away. Yeah, don't do that twist stunt shit either. Rush me man to man. Rush me man to man. You ain't gonna do it. I'm scared. All right. So Jameis Winston. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Right?
We know what you're gonna get.
No, we don't know what we're gonna get. Either we're gonna get like a 4 touchdown game or a 4 interception game or 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get.
It's gonna be bold.
And you know what? It's gonna be exciting. That's all I gotta say.
It'll be touchdowns and interceptions.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So that's also another big news. Exactly, Jay. Not knowing how to use Abdul is crazy. Exactly. That's why Joe Shane got his job correctly. He definitely blamed the coaching staff. He definitely did it. And you know we're analyzing and we're speculating, but like, how does he keep his job without doing that? You think he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I've failed certain parts, but if he does say I failed in certain parts, he's gonna bring up that like, oh, I may have missed on Evan Neal, but I signed Jermaine Illuminor to fix my problem. You know, that's probably how he can point out his failures. But how does he keep his job without blaming the coaching staff? They go, how did they mess up Abdul Carter? I got him. How do they not know how to use him? Oh, I got them Brian Burns. How do they not know how to use him? I drafted the best safety in the draft. How do they not use him? You know, like, but like, he's a bad GM. Here's the thing, Caleb. Also, too, like, you say like, oh, he can't really do much in season. Like, there's stuff he can do in season, right?
Right now?
No, during the season. And also now too.
We're during the season.
During the season, like practice squad elevations, signing people, stealing people, finding somebody that nobody wants. How do you elevate Jordan Humphrey multiple times? He's been your best receiver.
I mean, a lot of that stuff is the coaches,
but the GM has, then
again, right there, make the moves.
Yeah, but then again, right there, that's another thing you can blame him. Oh, I tried to sign little Jordan Humphrey. We were out of practice squad elevations. Then the Broncos got him. That's on Brian Daboll's fault. And then now I have to steal Isaiah Hodgins from Pittsburgh. We signed Isaiah Hodgins off the practice squad in Pittsburgh. He was in New York during the year we made the playoffs. He was Daniel Jones's favorite target. But again, that another thing right there. That's stuff you could have been doing. You could have been working with Brian Daboll. He blamed the coaching staff. He put it all on Brian Daboll, and that's how he saved his job. But if the team still stinks, you can't keep him. Because doing the little things, being a GM, finding a player here, finding a player there. How do you have bad cornerbacks and not sign or look at Asante Samuel Jr.? I know why you shouldn't look at Asante Samuel Jr., because I'm scared for his injury. It's a spinal injury. And, he was cleared, but he was cleared for what? He was cleared to walk and be a normal person. I don't think being cleared to play football with a spinal injury is a good thing. That's just me. What do you think, Caleb?
You go out there and put it all on the line.
Okay, there it is.
That's
man.
what I think.
All right, let's comment down here. All right. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not try to find a corner that's, sometimes corners just don't get picked up because people don't want to pay them their money and they don't fit a scheme. Find a cornerback that fits the scheme. Try to find something.
Or you just can't play.
They signed Fabian Monroe off of the scrap heap for Wink Martindale, and Wink Martindale made him one of the best corners for like 2 weeks. That's not doing your job. You need to do your job, right? And they're not doing their job right. I think they both should have been fired, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how Mike Kafka does. Because here's the thing too, Caleb, right? Like I brought up Clint Kubiak and Jeff Hafley. Mike Kafka is on audition. Mike Kafka had a couple of head coaching interviews. Really? Yeah, he is.
Why? You never hire the interim coach. When has that worked out?
Bill Parcells.
When was he interim coach?
The year before he became the head coach. They fired. Yeah, he was the defensive coordinator. They fired the head coach.
So that happened 40 years ago.
But it happened for the Giants.
40-something years ago.
Yeah, shout out to the Big Tuna. But yeah, but I understand that, Caleb. But he may not be auditioning for us, but he's auditioning for the league, right? Because he had for the past 2 years, he's had head coaching interviews. So this is now his time to be a head coach, and he's going to put tape. He's putting tape for the league as well, because he also needs another job next year, right? Brian Daboll's gone. He needs a job too. Does he go back to being a QB coach? Does he go back to being an offense? Who signs him to be the offensive coordinator? Clint Kubiak is probably going to get a head coaching job, so Seattle's going to need an offensive coordinator. Does Mike Kafka put on tape for Seattle? You know what I mean? You don't know that? Let's say he puts on some good tape and someone crazy, NFL crazy.
I mean, do you want him to put on any good tape? Don't you want a better pay?
If he puts on good tape and we win games, why not? And he shows you he can be a great head coach.
But he probably won't be.
But exactly, but he won't be or he will be. We don't know yet.
I mean, based on the evidence of the last 40 years, besides Bill Parcells, we can confidently say that it's not going to work out.
Rich Bisaccia was a great interim head coach,
and they didn't hire him.
I think the Raiders should have, though.
Well, they didn't.
Yeah, because the Raiders are the Raiders. All right, I think that does it, right, guys?
We didn't score.
Yeah. 31-24.
24? Yes. With Jameis Winston?
I think Jameis Winston gives me 24 points, yeah. Jaxson Dart scored 36 once.
Jaxson Dart is a better quarterback than Jameis Winston right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. 31-21.
That's not bad.
Packers. 31-21 Packers.
30-16.
30-16? Yeah. Come on, son. We scored 20 points last week.
Okay.
That was Jaxson Dart, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so there it is.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Where can they find you, Caleb, in your velour tracksuit?
Velour?
Look at that, man.
How is this
37? All right, Leo. All right. You know what? You're drinking the juice.
See?
Calm down on the juice. All right.
See, yeah, mine was actually very.
Yeah, I was like, really? 7? Come on, man. That's just not okay. All right.
You can find it's not velour.
It looks like, but I'm making a joke because it looks velour, and I'm trying to big up your I'm trying to big up your stuff.
But yeah, you can find me at NFLChaos12 on Instagram and Twitter/X. You can find me on this channel doing better than NFL Wednesdays at 8:00. Most recent episode is up right now. You can go watch that and try and make some money. And you can find me on Monday night at the Cowboys game and here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. I'll be there.
Yep. It'll be a Cowboys home game because the Raiders have completely failed their relocation altogether.
I think they just suck.
But honestly, bro, let's be real, man. Even if they're good, man.
You do know the stadium is sold out.
But why?
Does it matter if they sell the tickets? Does it really matter why?
No, I know from a financial aspect.
Okay, so then it's not a failure.
Okay, okay.
If you're getting
No,
the ticket money, it doesn't matter who's buying them.
I'm talking about the home field black hole advantage. It's nowhere near. It's done. It doesn't exist.
I mean, they suck. I mean, they get good, and we'll see if it does.
Even if they're good, they were good. Like
we've never seen it.
They were good.
When
that
were they
one
good
year?
in Vegas?
Rich Bisaccia that 1 year.
That's not being good. That's having a.
They made the playoffs.
It's not being good. I mean, to be a regular playoff contender, Super Bowl contender, and then we'll see if the black.
You think it be okay?
Yes, I do.
Let's say the Raiders. Caleb. Let's say the Caleb.
Look how we rally with the Golden Knights because they win.
Because they're yours. They're yours. Because they're yours.
And they'll be ours if they win. They wouldn't be ours if the Knights didn't win. If the Knights sucked, they wouldn't show up.
So you're telling me
they show up for winners.
Oh, that's true. Y'all have never seen the Cowboys win live, so y'all may lose. I just realized that the Ochoa curse. The Ochoa curse. Will it live? That's another sign. We'll see. Y'all, I mean, if y'all lose, you're never going to a game ever again, are you, Caleb?
No,
you know, I've never seen any of my teams win live except one of them.
Which team was that?
The Yankees. I've seen two Giants losses, both to the Niners. Which, I saw the Yankees lose to the A's, and then they came against San Francisco and they beat San Francisco. I saw the Knicks lose. Yeah, I've only seen one victory. Yo, it's crazy too. Like the game that I went to the A's that we lost, the next night, Caleb, our pitcher throws a perfect game. Oh. And you know what really breaks my heart? Me and my friends were like, "Oh, what game should we go to? Should we go to the Tuesday or Wednesday game?" I was like, "I don't really know. Let's go to the Tuesday game." But if we went to the Wednesday game, we would have seen a no-hitter. But damn. Yeah, don't let Geno look like a good quarterback against the Cowboys, please. Bro, they let Russell Wilson throw 400 yards on them. So I wouldn't shock me if Geno has like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. Wouldn't shock me at all. And you know what, Leo?
I have seen my teams win in life. I've seen the Longhorns win.
You saw the Longhorns win?
I've seen the Rebels win. So I've seen my team win.
The what?
Rebels.
Oh, Rebels. Got it. I thought you said Red Bulls. I was like, what?
Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, that one year with the go-go offense. Brendan Marion and Barry Odom. Where's Barry now? I don't know. Purdue. Oh, that's why they suck. Got it. He's not a very good coach.
He was a good coach.
Yeah, for you, but not like, you know what I mean, like in like your context, like in the Mountain West. But he's not a good coach. He was horrible at Missouri. He had like one good year in Missouri. He wasn't very good.
That's why you shouldn't have gone back to the
power. You know what I'm saying? You should have stayed. But you know, enough of the nonsense. We always end the show on some bunch of nonsense. Guys, my name is Fares Muthana. You can find me at Fares Muthana on Twitter. You can find me here every Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific. Good Friends, Better Rivals. We'll be here next week talking, you know, either the Giants always beat the Packers when they're not supposed to. So we'll see if that happens again, or the Packers beat the living snot out of us.
On Sunday?
Maybe. So be on the lookout for that. No post show on Monday. He'll be at the game, and I'm at work.
Okay.
Well, mostly because you're at the game, because I get off of work at 8, and we could possibly do it, but you're definitely going to be inebriated and walking the bridge home.
No, we don't. We don't cross the bridge.
You don't cross the bridge?
No. Why do we need to cross the bridge?
I don't know. Is that not where you live?
No, the crossing this bridge is to get to the strip.
Oh, to the strip. Okay, I didn't know that. My apologies.
That's why they cross it. They get to the strip and then go where they need to go.
Okay. That's a great idea by Vegas. You know, shout out to them, you know, looking after for their citizens. Just shutting down an entire bridge.
You left the stadium with me. Did we cross the bridge? No, we got picked up.
It's true.
You were there.
I was there.
You act like you weren't there.
That's true. I was there.
You've been to that stadium.
That's true. We've been to that one. Yes. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you had a wonderful time. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next week. Well, we'll see you Sunday. I think I'm gonna do a play-by-play because it's a very special day. It's Mike Kafka's first game. Jameis Winston, new quarterback. So we got to do play-by-play for that. But on that note, everyone, stay safe, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace out.